Hello everyone, Manyapa here, and this is my second part of this paper, which is Biology Paper 1, multiple choice for the year 2016. Paper 1, 5090 Bio, multiple choice, and I'm running from 21 to 40. Question 21 to 40. 21. A person accidentally steps on a thorn and they scream for their mama. Oh, that's not there. In which order does the electrical impulse flow? You sense. You relay, then you react. Okay, so sensory, relay, motor neuron. My answer is D. 22. The diagram below shows the muscles which control the size of the pupil in an eye. Whose eye? I don't know, but it's someone's eye. So you've got the pupil down at the center there, then you've got the circular muscles and radial muscles, which are found in the iris. Okay, iris. Remember, every person on earth has got a unique pattern of their iris tissue. How do these muscles make the pupil larger? You can tell just by looking. For this pupil to become larger, the circular muscles have to relax. Then the radial muscles have to pull or contract. They need to dilate. So my answer here is circular muscles relax and then radial muscles contract. Number 23, the exoskeleton of an insect is made up of chitin. Okay, chitin. 24, the diagram shows a germinating cereal seed. I don't know what this guy was writing. Okay, I don't know what this guy was writing. I hope he passed. But you've got this direction of light, then X labeled on this side of the shoot. The question follows, what will happen at X if light shines on the shoot tip from the direction shown? Rate of growth will increase. Amount of auxins will also increase or be high. So my answer there is A. I back up my answer. The rate of growth here will be high because there will be more auxins. Auxins in shoots usually accumulate on the side where there's a shed. Okay, accumulate on the side where there's a shed. As a result, this side will experience more growth and the shoot will bend towards light. And the opposite is true for the shoot, for the roots. Have you ever wondered why plants grow more at night? Because there is more of these auxins produced at night to bring about much elongation. Even roses, they bloom more at night. Okay, let me not maybe you can research on that, but let me not maybe I'm just brainstorming right now, but I think that's the whole purpose. Okay, let me get to question 5. I'll get to question 5. The diagram below shows the longitudinal section through a shoot apex. That looks like a head of an insect. Which labeled parts show the region of cell elongation? So this is the region of cell division, cell elongation, and cell specialization. Now this is the rest of the tissue. So it's always division, elongation, then specialization or maturation. Okay, so my answer there was B. 26. The diagram shows a bean seed when planted and the same seed 2 days later. Planted 2 days later. Which conditions are necessary for these changes to occur? Meaning they're asking for conditions necessary for germination. Suitable temperature, yes. All plants have got a temperature range that they can easily grow in. Some plants cannot grow well here in the tropics. Others cannot grow well in places where, in the tundra or in places where it's very, very cold. So B, suitable temperature, presence of water or moisture, and then presence of carbon dioxide. No, germination involves respiration. Okay, presence of oxygen, yes, because germination involves respiration. At this stage to this stage, there is no photosynthesis for the plant to need carbon dioxide. So my answer was B. 27. What term is used to describe the process in which a new individual gradually grows from the parent and eventually separates? Budding. Eventually separates completely. Budding. In external fertilization, you have gone for spore formation, no. Vegetative reproduction, no. But budding is the appropriate answer there. 28. Which of these correctly identifies a natural and an artificial method of propagation. Natural combs, then artificial grafting. Okay, natural, these are combs. If you're wondering what a comb is, combs are more like bulbs, but bulbs occur in onions and in the onion family, like. And then combs, an example of combs are those like the beetroots. It even has eyes. Not potatoes, even potatoes have got eyes, but plants like those beetroots, the bulb has no layers like in onion. That is a comb, okay? And if you get that bulb, cut off the shoot, the eye, it will still germinate from another angle. Okay, so those are combs. Okay, runners, these occur in, plants like those for sweet potatoes and sweet potatoes and strawberries, suckers like bananas and the like, sugarcane and the likes. 29. Flowers show adaptations for wind or insect pollination. Which of these adaptations are found in wind pollinated flowers? If it's an insect, it will have nice looking petals with bright colors, nectar, a nice smell, and then a very big stigma for the insect to land on, because it is insect pollinated. So my answer here for the wind one is loosely attached. The answer is loosely attached. Therefore, it's pendulous. It swings for the wind to simply blow, for it to be bathed in the wind, and for its pollen to be blown. And then nectary, they don't have nectar. Okay, nectaries are simply glands that have reducing sugars in them, or simple sugars in them, sweet. And then stigma outside the flower also, for it to be exposed to any pollen grains that may come with the wind. So my answer there is D. 30. I think this is the only organ in the human body that comes and goes. Okay, and it's only found in females. And in plants, for plants, their reproductive organs actually grow seasonally. The flowers are reproductive organs of plants. When it comes to humans, reproductive organs are permanent. But this is an organ that comes, depending on the condition of the female body. The diagram shows part of the placenta, mother's artery, mother's vein. So this is blood in, blood out, maternal blood. Then fetal blood in, okay, in this white one. Then fetal blood out of the placenta. Okay, no. This is fetal vein. So fetal blood in is this one, which is the artery. Fetal blood out is this one, which is the white one, placenta. So in which numbered parts does the blood contain the highest amount of oxygen? This guy was trying to think here. I didn't want to delete this. I just left it like this, but I hope we got the answer correct. But my answer is 1 and 4. In which numbered parts does the blood contain highest amount of oxygen? The blood which is entering, because here the blood will actually lose its oxygen to the fetal blood and then flow out with less oxygen. So 1 is one of them. Then again, the artery is having blood flowing to the placenta. Therefore, this blood is coming here to release its carbon dioxide and get oxygen. So not 3. Therefore, 1 and 4 is the answer. This blood that is coming here is not just releasing carbon dioxide, but also other waste materials that can be excreted by the maternal blood, like urea. Okay, so my answer there is 1 and 4. Question 31. The diagram shows some parts of the male reproductive system. Which part is cut during vasectomy? Part A. Okay, they've even put, I don't know if they did this deliberately, but part A, you cannot cut this. This has nothing to do with reproduction. This is part of the urinary system. So they just draw them because the two systems merge in this area. So they are also drawn to show how the whole connection is. This, you can't cut this, man. You can't. Why should you cut this, man? Why should you cut this? So the answer is actually A. 32. Which of the following is not the cause of infertility in human beings? Alcoholism will actually can reduce someone's sperm count, like in males, but it will not really cause infertility. Okay, so you cannot drink alcohol and expect not to become pregnant. We cannot say I'll drink so much that as a way of contraception. No. Blocked oviducts. Which of the following is not the cause of infertility? Okay. Use of antibiotics. Okay, so this can cause infertility by lowering our sperm count and affecting the body in different ways. Blocked, you can even, the term even explains itself, blocked. Weak sperms, okay, they're not strong enough, they can't swim due to a number of factors. My answer there for 32 is C. Okay, so weak sperms, no. Guys, let's go. They can't even run. Like the boys are all tired. Who knows what they've been doing? When the mission comes, they all fail. 33. Which of the following is a correct example of continuous and discontinuous variation? You have to know what continuous and discontinuous variation are all about. To vary means to differ. These are differences among organisms of the same species. Those which are continuous simply show intermediates, where you can tell a gradual change in a specific characteristic like body weight. There's nothing like you are either 100 or 50 or 10. Body weight varies. You can all be 50 kg, but one will be 50.2, 50.7, 50.92. It's continuous. But discontinuous variation is either 1 or 2, ride or die, moon or sun, up and down, left or right. There's no intermediate. So our answer here is D. Height is continuous, blood group is discontinuous, sex is discontinuous. It's either you're male or female. Although some people even take up imaginary sexual roles where you're male and you're imagining and you pretend to be female. 34. The diagram shows the blood groups of some members of a family. Blood group AB, blood group B, blood group O. Which of the blood group genotypes of the parents P and Q? Which are the blood group genotypes of the parents P and Q? If these people can have O, it means they both have O. If this is recessive, so you have to understand the blood groups. Okay, so if they can have a child who has a recessive blood. Okay, this is male, female, but for now we're just talking about the blood group type. So this is a recessive kind of blood group, which only expresses itself in the absence of a dominant. If anything, this shows the absence of these antigens A and B. So if one is A, one is B, but again they have this, and here there is a B. Possible outcomes or possible genotypes of parents that can bring about such an arrangement would be this. Okay, whereby in the first arrangement is A and B, in the second arrangement this and this, which gives you B, then the third arrangement is O and O. So my answer there was A. Answer there is A. What type of plants are shown in the diagrams below? You can tell to say the first ones are conifers. This is an angiosperm. This is a fern, and that's a moss. Okay, moss. This comes from the topic classification. This is actually a gymnosperm. This is an angiosperm. These two are higher plants. This belongs to the plants that are referred to as flowering plants. They usually develop fruits which have flesh, but for these they only develop seeds that have no fleshy parts. So my answer here is 3C. 3 is a fern, 4 is a moss, 2 is an angiosperm, then 1 is a coniferous. Okay, coniferous kind of plant. 36. The diagram shows an experiment to find the proportion of air in a soil sample. What was the percentage air content by volume of the soil sample? So they give you water, then they show you this. Look at the initial volume here. The final volume is 70. And then here they tell you they put in 40 cubic centimeters of soil added. 40 plus 40 here should give you 80, but it gives you 70. Then there's some 10. There's a 10%, there's a 10 cubic centimeter volume that has been displaced because it was supposed to go up to 80. So they're saying, what was the percentage of air content by volume of the soil sample? Okay, so in the soil sample, out of this 40, 10 cubic centimeters was occupied by air. And when this soil was put in here, the water infiltrated the soil and displaced the air. So it ended up to, having a total amount of volume of 70 instead of 80, because the air was pushed out and then the water soaked through the soil and occupied the 10% that was occupied by air. So if you were to do your calculations, you're going to say 10 over 40 times 100, and then you can express it in percentage form as 25. If you're not careful, you can easily go for the 10% directly like this, because you're thinking the reduction here was by 10. Okay, so out of this 40, 10% was occupied by air. So 10 cubic centimeters, was occupied by air. So 10 cubic centimeters over 40 cubic centimeters times 100 will give you 25% of this volume is air. 25% of it is air. My answer was a C. 37. The following organisms are found in an ecosystem. Okay, grass, Mr. Snake, brother grasshopper, and sister bird. The question follows. Which of the following food chains correctly represents the feeding relationship in this ecosystem? My answer was 1, 3, 4, 2. B. Okay, let me just move the camera. My answer was, of course, the producer is the grass, who's eaten by the hopper. The hopper is eaten by the bird, and the bird is eaten by the snake. But these two can simply be swallowed because we don't know what kind of bird it is. Some birds eat snakes, and some snakes can actually catch grasshoppers or insects. But the answer was still suffice. My answer was 1342, which is B. 38. The diagram below shows a simple food web. Which one of the following organisms in the food web is a primary consumer? The rabbit. Okay, the rabbit is the primary consumer. Even the mouse could have been a primary consumer, but it's skipped, so the rabbit is the primary consumer. 39, which is my second last question in this paper. The diagram below shows some part of the carbon cycle. What process is represented by the arrow X? Animals contributing to carbon dioxide, that is respiration. Okay, respiration is the answer, D. 40, which is our last paper in this paper. Which two poisonous substances are found in motor exhaust fumes? Which two poisonous substances are found in motor exhaust fumes? What kind of a motor? Motor vehicle, electric motor? Okay, we know what they're talking about. My take there was nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxide, because they haven't even specified whether it's a petrol engine, diesel engine, and sometimes sulfur is added as an additive to simply, make the combustion more yielding in terms of the energy that they obtain from the engine. So my answer here was C. Okay, and you can research a little bit more there if you're not so clear. I end here with this paper, and allow me to say bye-bye. I'll meet you in the other paper, and I'll try to make simple lessons and try to just make the sounds simple to understand as much as I can. Remember to share the videos and give me feedback on maybe better ways we can do, and as we go on, I promise to improve on my tech. Otherwise, it's just pen, paper, and phone. Bye-bye for now.